Britain warns Ecuador it can arrest Julian Assange. They have not said that they will, but they have warned that they can. This is the GAP Morning News, also on the programme. Prince Philip taken to hospital after reoccurrence of bladder infection. Team GB sporting heroes immortalised in Lego. And Barack Obama has more clout than Justin Bieber. Good morning, I'm Gary Pendlebury. They have not said that they will, but they have warned that they can. In exchanges on Wednesday, the British Foreign Office warned the Ecuadorian Embassy in London that it can, if chooses, enter the premises to arrest the WikiLeaks founder Julian Assange. That would be a highly unusual move. The Ecuadorians claim it could be a clear breach of international law. Assange has been taking refuge in the Ecuadorian embassy in London since June the 19th. It clearly ramps up the pressure on both sides. If the British government decided to annul the diplomatic status of embassy in order to send in police officers, it would be the first time British law enforcement officers have entered another country's embassy since 1984. That was during the siege at the Libyan embassy, which police officer Yvonne Fletcher was shot dead. Foreign Office sources say the power to cancel the special legal status granted to every embassy rests with the Foreign Secretary William Hague. No legislation is required should he wish to use it. The warning from the Foreign Office is designed to force Ecuador to hand over Julian Assange rather than face the potential diplomatic closure of the premises. In other words, leave him at the gate or he will come through it. The Duke of Edinburgh has been admitted to hospital with a reoccurrence of the bladder infection that he had back in June, Buckingham Palace has said. Prince Philip was taken to Aberdeen Royal Infirmary while staying with the Queen at her retreat at Balmoral, a spokeswoman said. Earlier it had been announced that Prince Philip had been taken to hospital by ambulance this afternoon as a precautionary measure. It is the Duke's third hospital visit in the past 8 months. Before he was admitted to hospital, Prince Philip was photographed in Cowes on the Isle of Wight on Wednesday morning. Michael Drunkerson, who took the picture, said the Duke had just come ashore on the Trinity House No. 1 boat from the Glalati. He seemed to be precisely in a good form. He had a farewell wave and his usual smile. The Duke's latest hospital admission comes 2.5 months after he spent 5 nights in hospital with a bladder infection following the Diamond Jubilee pageant on the River Thames. It forced him to miss several key events of the Queen's Diamond Jubilee celebrations, including a star-studded concert outside Buckingham Palace. The Duke of Edinburgh was also treated at Papworth Hospital near Cambridge after undergoing heart surgery to have a stent fitted last December. Before the heart scare, he had been fit and apparently healthy and had led an active life of a man of younger years. In March, his grandson, Prince Harry, said that the operation had given him a new spurt of life. Earlier this week, the Duke of Edinburgh was in the Isle of Wight for Cowes Week, a long-running regular regatta. He also found time to visit a family-run factory in Newport. Onlookers said the Duke had a spring in his step while walking round the factory, and there were no signs of ill health. Prince Philip also attended a garden party with the Queen at Balmoral Castle earlier this month. He was also at the Queen's side during the opening ceremony of the Olympic Games on July the 27th, and the following day when they toured the Olympic Park. Dr. Malcolm Valdenberg, a Hartley Street specialist in general medicine and male health problems, has said there could be numerous causes for the recurrence of Prince Philip's bladder infection. The consultant said there were three more likely causes: an enlargement of the prostate gland, cancer in the prostate, or an infection of the actual prostate. To celebrate Team GB's sporting success at the London Olympics, Savage Steel minifigs have immortalised the team's athletics in Lego form. Sir Chris Hoy riding a bike ET style, a nod to the film that first inspired him to get on a bike. Mo Farah's double gold medal win and Jessica Ennis's winning heptathlon performance are among the moments marked by the minifigs. Here are some images. Mo Farah won gold in both men's 5,000 and 10,000 metre races. Ben Ainslie became the most successful sailor in Olympic history as he claimed gold for the fourth consecutive games in Weymouth. Alistair Brownlee took gold in the men's triathlon. His brother Johnny claimed bronze. Jessica Ennis took gold in the women's heptathlon. Andy Murray beat Roger Federer to take Olympic gold. Bradley Wiggins won his fourth Olympic gold at London 2012. And Peter Wilson took gold in the men's double trap final. Teenage pop star Justin Bieber is no longer more influential than US President Barack Obama, according to a website that claims to measure online influence. Since 2008, Klout has ranked social media users with a score between 1 and 100 to represent how much influence they exert. Until recently, Bieber had a perfect 100 while Obama was on 94. However, the website has undergone a major overhaul recently, mainly by pulling in data from Wikipedia entries to better reflect a person's status in the real world, and the US president now outscores the pop star by 99 to 92. How Klout works. The Klout score, as it is now known on 400 variables, including how many Twitter followers a user has, how often a person's Twitter or Facebook post gets recirculated, analysis of a person's LinkedIn profile. For example, a user who describes themselves as a company vice president or other high-level title may find their Klout score boosted. The overhaul began in January as part of the company's efforts to address criticism that the score did not accurately portray the influence a person has in the real world. The result is that Klout now processes 12 billion bits of data every day from social networks including Facebook, Google+, and Tumblr, up to 1 billion just months ago. Klout, which sells insights about web users to companies, has caught the attention of major advertisers including car makers such as Chevrolet, who want to identify influential people tweeting about cars and market to them directly. Okay, front pages for this morning. Firstly, the Daily Telegraph says, more places for bright students. That is as, of course, A-levels are due this morning. The Daily Mail, a 35,000 cap on Kerbills. It also pictures here Prince Philip. It says, Philip in hospital for a third time in 8 months. The Independent says, affordable old age. U-turn on money for elderly care. It also pictures Boris Johnson on the front. The Guardian says, experts attack Osborne over austerity plan. The Daily Express says, just how ill is Prince Philip? He is rushed to hospital for the 3rd time in 8 months. The I newspaper says, dramatic U-turn sees coalition agree Kirkap. Again, another similar story. The Sun says, it's a bit of entertainment news on the Sun this morning, saying Cheryl's gone from Ash to Trey. She has obviously found a new lover. And the Times says Boris on the runway. Those are the headlines on the papers for this Thursday morning. And that's the way the news is looking. I'll see you again soon. Bye bye.